Opportunities in the tech domain are limitless. Your success in the career is defined by your daily actions. When we talk about interviews, internships, and jobs, then resume play a very significant role. Today, I will be showcasing you one of the finest resume templates. Since I myself have been reviewing many of the resumes lately, so I will be sharing the interviewer's perspective as well, what we look into the resume. And before we get into the video, make sure you check out our free master classes by industry leading experts. Link is in the description. Crafting a path to success, the power of a solid resume. Before I show you a perfect resume template, before we talk about it, yes, and why is your resume not able to make to the interview, I will be telling you why exactly resume is needed. If you understand the exact purpose and if you replace the roles, like instead of imagining yourself as candidate, imagine yourself as the interviewer, and then you will be in a better position to make a perfect resume. So why resume is exactly needed? So in today's competitive job market, having a solid resume is obviously essential for crafting a path to success. Nowadays, your internet profiles like your LinkedIn profile, etc., is also playing a very significant role as a resume, right? And your resume is not just a document, it's your ticket to landing a job of your dreams, because that is the first step, right? To get that interview call. And it showcases your skills, qualifications, accomplishments, making a powerful first impression on potential employers. Like last week, I was hiring for my team for content writers. I had to go through a lot of resumes, and to be honest, the JDs, like in the JD, I mentioned that okay, these are the things I'm looking for. But many of the students, I think they just copy pasted the software engineering resume for this role as well. But here I'm not looking for exactly tech stuff, right? I'm looking for someone who is very amazing in writing good content, etc. So you have to take care of those small things, right? And these are the pointers which are very significant. First thing, the resume is summary of your education qualification. You must be mentioning all the important details related to your education, but make sure you are not putting it at the top. At the top we have to put the things which are more important, like your achievements, your work experience. I'll be showcasing exact order in which you have to put everything, okay? And it highlights your skills, expertise. It shows your leadership achievement or any extracurricular thing which you have achieved so far in your career. And it also show you as a brand. It should be just more than work experience. I mean, just don't talk about that, okay, I worked in XYZ company for XYZ role. Apart from that, talk about the achievements. Maybe you were winner of some hackathon, or maybe you were gold medalist in your university. Make those important achievements bold. That's very important, right? So that interviewers can quickly take a look at those important things. Now, the importance of a well-crafted resume, obviously we all know resume is crucial because it showcases our qualifications, our skills, as well as achievements, and it helps us stand out from other candidates. A professional and organized resume can make a lasting impression on employers, increasing your chances of getting the call for interview. It serves as a snapshot of your professional journey, and it highlights your potential for success in the career path that you aspire to. Now let's talk about the important components of the resume. The number one thing, obviously you have to put your name in the center. That's the first thing, right? And then your contact details like email, phone number if necessary, or if you feel adding it, your LinkedIn, GitHub, or if you have created a portfolio website, then that is also good to add. And then a small summary or profile about section, and make sure you are coming to this section, the profile section, after completing all other section. So basically, if this is your resume, so the very first thing will be your name here, and then your contact details in here, then your profile, or you can say about or summary, right? You have to complete this part by the end after writing all other things. Then after that, add work experience. Now, just below the profile, the summary section, you have to put the work experience section where you add all the details of the internships or previous companies where you have worked. Basically, you have to add the impact as well. Like, let's say you worked as software engineering intern at XYZ company for this duration. After that, quickly write what you actually did. For example, I worked on this feature in that application. You can add links as well so that the interviewer can visit and see what exactly you have done. Maybe if that's open source or the code base is available on GitHub, you can provide those links. Or maybe if the app or the software is live on App Store or Google Play Store, you can put those links and quickly tell the impact that after doing this was the impact, maybe revenue increase or whatsoever, whatever your job role is and whatever impact you are making, quickly mention that. And if that's very very amazing, so make sure you are bolding those important things as well. And after that, you have to add your education details and your achievements. Now you can swap these two as well if you want, and if you feel that achievements are way more bigger and they should be noticed by the interviewer, then you can put it above the education as well. And one more section you can add is the skills which like skills, and there you can write about the programming languages, the technologies, frameworks, everything that you are aware of or you have worked with. And with that being said, now let's understand the role of a resume. So obviously we all know that to land our dream job, it's very essential that we have a good resume, right? It serves as a marketing tool, presenting our important skills, showcasing whatever we have achieved till date, right, in our professional journey. And a well-written resume showcases our professional journey, emphasizes on relevant experiences, and it demonstrates why you are the ideal candidate for that particular role. And with a solid resume, you can make a strong impression and obviously increase your chances of securing an interview as well. Now let's talk about the structure and formatting guidelines. To create a standout resume, it's crucial to follow a proper formatting guideline and structure. I have seen the newbies, like beginners who are looking for internships, etc. They make a bunch of mistakes. I'll be showcasing one of the sample resumes, and I will talk about what mistakes he has done in the resume, and you don't have to repeat the same, okay? So start with a clear and concise summary, as I already said, or objective statement. For example, Saumya is a seasoned software engineer who has been honored with international this award. She has 4+ years of experience in the IT industry. She has been writing code in this language, something like that. A summary of who you are. Now you can change it based on the JD as well. Make sure you are going through what is the job description, what they want in the candidate, and according to that, you can tailor things. You can make things up and down, right? Use bullet points and headers to organize information very effectively, because as interviewers we have very limited time to read your resume, right? So it's very important that you are making it very crisp, you are using bullet points, and you are at the same time highlighting or making bold the important things. For example, if you have been winner of some national level hackathon, maybe Smart India hackathon, so you can bold it, right? It will leave a good impact. For example, the resumes I review, if they have some good ranking somewhere or they have been winner of some coding competition, so obviously I'll be giving more importance, more weightage to that candidate as compared to any other candidate who has maybe no such achievements, right? That's why it's important that you keep participating as well in all the challenges, coding competition, so that you have much more stuff to add in your resume as compared to other candidates. And also remember to proofread your resume for error. Sometimes I really feel shocked that in the resume there are so many spelling mistakes of the students, right? So make sure you are proofreading it, or you can get it reviewed as well by people who are already in the IT industry, maybe by your professors, by your seniors who have a lot of experience reviewing resumes, right? Highlighting the relevant skills and experience. When crafting your resume, it's important that you highlight your relevant skill which are matching to that particular JD. This will demonstrate your suitability for that role and catch the attention of the recruiters. And use concise bullet points, as I already said, to talk about your accomplishments, or maybe, if you have some specific examples that the project that I created is being used by the society or is being used by government. Those things, if you have done, that will literally increase the weightage of your resume. So make sure you're highlighting those stuff. By doing so, you will increase your chances of standing out among other applicants, right? And this is very important. Make sure you take the screenshot of this. Be specific in your resume. Now, we all might have done internship, some project, or maybe I in my university days got a lot of scholarships. So instead of just writing got selected for XYZ scholarship, TechX scholarship or program, I used to write like this. It's very important. So what all I'm doing here, let me explain you. So first of all, I'm telling the significance that I was selected out of these many applicants worldwide for this month long technical program, which is TechX, and I was selected based on these skills of mine. So basically, I'm giving a background to the interviewer, because it might happen that the interviewer is not aware of that TechX program, right? For example, if you were mentor or if you were participant in GSOC, might happen that the interviewer is not aware of what exactly GSOC is. So in that case, you should mention that based on these skills, out of these many candidates, I was shortlisted for that program. It will give a lot of, significance to your achievement. Instead of just writing, I achieved that, give a background. It's important. And in the same way, this one, let's say if you were working in some company, you developed some promotional strategies for social media. So instead of just writing like this, that developed promotional strategies using social media, you have to write it like this. Now what I'm doing here, so see, increased social media engagement significantly by increasing Facebook likes by 200%, growing Twitter followers from X to Y, and regularly engaging with followers. And now I'm telling the impact that developed promotional strategies which led to 5% increase in the revenue of the company. It is very important. Now, if I read both the lines, I'm the interviewer. So on reading this, I'll get no idea of what the candidate has done or what is the impact of his, her work. And in the same way, on the other hand, if I read this one, it is having much clearer picture for me as an interviewer. By reading this paragraph, I'll be like, okay, this is what he or she has done, and this is exactly what I want them to do in my company. So do you see the relevance there? That's why it's important that you tell about the work that you have done and the impact as well. Then I'm telling this was the impact of my work. So it's very important to be very specific and add more numbers. Instead of just using gap filling words like I'm hardworking, I'm skilled, try to prove that. How can you prove? By adding numbers, by telling that, okay, in the last company I did this and this was the result of that, right? So adding numbers make much more sense to the interviewer as well. Now, showcasing educational background and certifications. So in addition to highlighting the relevant skills and experience, showcasing education background and certifications. If the certifications are relevant for the job, then they will make a lot of sense and your resume can further enhance your chances of success for that particular job role, right? So let's say if you are going for a Java developer role and you have done some amazing certifications in Java only, maybe from some, good organizations, from some companies, then you can add those things. And instead of just adding the certification name, put that I was, I was able to successfully complete that certification out of these many candidates, or this was the criteria and I cracked it, whatever you have done, right? Just add numbers and how you are different from other candidates. You have to highlight that thing, right? Perfect. Incorporating quantifiable achievements. So when crafting your resume, don't forget to include quantifiable achievements. As I already said, add more and more numbers into your resume. These specific measurable accomplishments provide concrete evidence of your skills and abilities. If you just say, I'm a good video editor, I mean, why should I believe you are a good video editor? Show me the proof, show me the numbers, or maybe show the proof of work, right? And make a strong impression on the potential employer. Include metrics like sales figure, revenue generated, or percentage improvement to showcase your impact and result in the previous role. Utilizing the effective language and keywords. Now, utilizing effective language and keywords is vital to make your resume stand out from the competition. Use action verbs to showcase your skills and accomplishment, and include the industry specific keywords if you are willing to get into the software industry, the IT industry. So you must do proper research of what things are good in the industry and specifically for that JD, and include such keywords. Now nowadays what's happening is, before a human reads your resume, the resume is read by a machine. There are software which scan your resume, and the HR puts some keywords. Let's say if they are looking for front-end developer, so they might put keywords like React, JavaScript, etc. And if such keywords are in your resume, then your resume will be shortlisted through that ATS software, and then the HR, the hiring people, they will be reading your resume. So make sure, apart from human readability, you are checking the ranking, you are checking the score of your resume on ATS software, and there are multiple free such software. You can check the ranking and everything from there. Okay. All right. These are some of the action words which you can use instead of using the gap filling words. Make sure you take a screenshot of this and use it. For example, created, developed, managed, revamped. These are some of the positive action words. There are much more listed here. So instead of just writing like I'm good in this, I'm hardworking, use these kind of words. Increased or decreased the revenue, launched or did some release, influenced the decision or anything, resolved and under budget, volunteered, over budget. These kind of words are good to add. Okay, perfect. Tailoring the resume to a specific job. This is very important. And like for example, in the starting of the video, I gave you the example. I feel that students use the same resume for all job roles. Even though I'm not hiring for software engineering intern, I'm hiring for a different role. But just because they are looking for that job role, they put the same resume everywhere. That won't make sense, right? Crafting a personalized resume for each job application increases your chances of getting selected. Analyzing the JD, identifying key skills, and customizing your resume accordingly will make a lot of sense. Okay. Now, if you see here, this is a resume of John. He has created it, and lot many mistakes are here. Let me tell you what. The very first thing, the email ID should be very professional. If you see here, he has used a very weird email ID, right? So make sure you are using the right name, and here giving the link for the entertainment channels, maybe like TikTok. He has given the link for TikTok. It is not needed here. If you are applying for, software engineering or some core career related jobs, then there is not much use of all of these social profiles. So make sure you are giving the links to relevant thing, maybe LinkedIn works for every kind of jobs, right? So these are some basic mistakes which you have to avoid. Now here, if you see, the alignment and everything is very improper, right? So you have to make sure you are doing that correctly. He has used a lot many gap filling words like good communicator, go-to person, hard worker. And to be honest, as interviewer, I'm not liking these gap filling words. I mean, anyone can write good communicator, go-to person, and what go-to person doesn't make sense. Neither it's professional and nor even like a proper gap filling word as well, right? And then if you see here in the education, the order is a bit weird. First, you have to add your latest qualification. So he should have added the college thing first, and after that is school, right? So make sure you are using the same like correct order. Then talking about work experience, you can see here so many spelling mistakes are here. And if you read this paragraph, he's saying I was responsible for maintain the website. Grammar is also incorrect here. And solve any bugs in it. I also worked on a technical project. This is like very English wise as well, grammar wise as well, it's incorrect. As well as the way I told you, you have to talk about the impact, the work, and add numbers. He is not doing those things, right? Make sure you add those things in your resume. And now, if you see here, so here as well, he has used bullet point, which is a good thing. But again, grammar mistakes and not too much of, proper telling about the impact, the work. Make sure you are doing those things correctly. I have already told you, right? And email ID, I already told you, make professional ones. And in skills, there is no sense of adding scuba diving in the skill section, right? If you are appearing for a professional job opening, adding scuba diving or swimming, any such thing doesn't make sense. Add those skills which are relevant to the JD, right? And then adding awards is a good thing. He has added the award section. Now what you can do, you can put the awards or achievement thing before skills. That would make more sense, and as interviewer, I will get to read your achievements and awards before these skills, which is like, okay, but achievements are very special and different for everyone. Now, the most important thing for which you all have been waiting, the templates. So this is one of the finest templates. You can take a screenshot of this, or you can try to use the same from, there are multiple websites like some Novi resume, or this one is from some Leaf website. I'll put the link in the description. I'm not recalling the exact name of that. But yes, you can use a simple template like this one. No fancy colors, nothing extra, no colors, just plain information, so that I as interviewer can look into the important informations, right? And this is exactly how I told you. Name, information, contact information, then a brief summary of yours, then your work experience should be before education is what I prefer. Achievements is good, like work experience, then achievements, and then the education. If you feel that your numbers are amazing, like CGPA percentage, and you want to highlight it, that okay, I studied from this NIT, IIT, or any such premium college, then you can put it like at the top after the summary as well. And take a screenshot of this one and this template too as well. And I'll put the link from where I have got this. And make sure like these are free only. You can go and edit your details in the website itself. So no need to worry about importing it to doc or something like that. And the other thing, 1 page or 2 pages. This is one of the most commonly asked questions to me. I as interviewer prefer crisp 1 page resume, so that I have to spend less time and I can take a glance at your achievements in a shorter period of time. If you feel you have a lot many things to add, to showcase in your resume, then you can go to 2 pages as well, but only if necessary. Otherwise, I think 1 page is more than enough. And with that being said, I have already showcased the resume template to you. You can like create your resume and get it reviewed from me as well, or maybe from your senior professor, or anyone who is in the IT industry. They'll be at a better position to guide you, to tell you what you are doing wrong in your resume, and make sure you are checking the scoring of your resume via those free softwares which are available on the internet. I hope this detailed video on resume was useful for you. If yes, make sure you hit the like button. And if you have any doubts, queries, drop them in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer them.